No, I wasn't surprised by the results of the referendum. I suspected it. Private polling within Vote Leave had told us we were winning towards the end of the campaign. And what we saw was a real shift in the final days towards Project Hope rather than Project Fear. And on the night of the referendum, I was pretty optimistic. I'd maybe had some sort of doubts of what had happened because of Joe Cox's murder, and I thought that might have lost us the referendum. But I was pretty optimistic and excited that we were going to win. I was quite excited when I heard the results. I was in the London counting centre with the Vote Leave team. There was about 4 of us, and we saw from about 11 o'clock onwards loads of constituencies and areas going Leave, and we were pretty excited. And by 4 o'clock we knew that we had it in the bag and Leave had won the referendum. And we was obviously aware that it would cause some sort of uncertainty for the country, and obviously David Cameron's resignation was part of that. But we was really excited about what the future holds, and we wanted to get on with the job. And the campaign had finished and we had won. I think the Supreme Court ruling saying that the government must ask Parliament and consult Parliament to trigger Article 50 really does not make any difference to Brexit. I think that it was a political motive behind that ruling, and I feel that Theresa May should have been able to trigger Article 50 with the royal prerogative. But to me, it makes no difference. Article 50 will go ahead, and the majority of MPs will vote for that. As a 17-year-old during the referendum, I was fully aware of the implications of my decision of campaigning to leave the European Union. I was quite excited for the future. Britain, an open-looking Britain, looking out to the world rather than being shackled to the EU and its institutions. Throughout the referendum, I come across many young people that felt that way. However, our left-wing institutions, such as the education system, has taught us to love the EU and pretend the EU is perfectly fine. I realised from the age of 12 years old that the EU was not working for Britain, and the EU is not working at all. And I'm very excited for the opportunities that will come ahead as we pave our way outside the European Union. And I realised that this as for me and my generation, will be the best decision. There's no such thing as hard and soft Brexit. There's just Brexit. You either leave the EU and all the institutions, the custom market, the single market, or you stay. You can't have parts of the EU. Leaving means leaving. If you stay in the single market, that means freedom of movement. On June the 23rd, the British people come to the ballot box knowing that leaving the European Union meant controlling our own borders. And so Brexit, quite frankly, means Brexit, to quote Theresa May. We must leave the whole thing entirely together. We can pick parts we want to have access to for the single market, for instance. I would happily see a proposal to pay for access for the single market, a small fee, to have access to the single market. It's a massive market, but we don't want to be part of it, because when you're part of it, you've got regulations which we don't want, and not all of our businesses trading to the European Union, and it's only I think about 3 to 5% that actually trade with the European Union. Excited because I'm excited for the future that we will have outside the European Union. I think the government is implementing the necessary things to leave the European Union. I'm excited of the future, and the future for my generation, paving way for trade deals all over the world. And only today, Theresa May is meeting Donald Trump, and he said we're at the front of the queue for a trade deal. We need to get back our ancestry, get back the Commonwealth countries which we've neglected over the years, and start making our way in the world rather than the EU.